again, and I wanted to share with you a project share or a project that I did. Okay, well, first of all, the story goes these photo albums that I do every now and then are usually for the same person who is my BFF and also coworker, and she loves these photo albums that I alter. I picked these up at AC Moore. I don't even know if they carry them anymore at the one that I shop at because my AC Moore has turned into an outlet, but that's what it's in. Mini Max by AC Moore, 100 photo pockets, and it holds the sizes that you see here. So about maybe 2 years ago, I had picked up a whole bunch of these. I sold a few, but the majority of them I either sold to my best friend or I given her as gifts because she always asks for them. And I've always done a different style or different theme for every single one. She's actually ordered one from me to do for her daughter-in-law, and that had a dog theme. So I asked her this year what theme she wanted for, let me cut this piece of here, for Christmas. Well, first I asked her what does she want for Christmas, because she does decorate her home with my projects. So I don't want to make anything that, you know, won't fit in. So I just asked her what would she like, what else does she need, or, you know, what is it that she wants to add to her collection of my projects. So she said she wanted another album in a theme that I haven't done yet, and I suggested the cat theme because I jokingly, in a loving way, call her the crazy cat lady because she has a lot of cats. I'm talking, she started with 7 and now she brought in 4 more kittens. She feeds, you know, the strays, and she takes them to the vets and everything, and then some of them just end up staying in her house with her actual cats that she has. So she loves cats, she loves vintage style, and a little bit of shabby chic, not too much. So I suggested the cat theme, and you know, I went online looking for images, and this is just a couple of other images that I saw. I just printed them just, you know, to hold for her for next time. So I printed that out, and then I also used my hoarded papers from Graphic 45, the Romantique collection. So I used these 3 sheets here, and I went with that. I asked her if she liked a certain theme, certain colors that I had on the last project that I shared with you, which were these colors. So she said yes, she loved those colors. So I decided to go with that because I still had all the flowers out from that last project, and I didn't want to dig into my stash again. So I did that, and I pulled out a Michael's frame to frame that cat image, and pulled out, because I had 2 more of these albums left, so I still got one for next time. So this is how it looks, and there is a glare because I left that plastic. I should have taken it out, but I left that plastic piece that they have in the frames, and this is one of those Michael's frames. So there's the image, or part of the image. There was more to it, but it's 2 Victorian cat women, I guess. I don't know what they're doing, but looks like one cat is consoling the other. Anywho, that's the image that I chose. And again, I framed it in that Michael's frame. Now, I wanted it to look somewhat Victorian, and that's my side, and that's the back. So again, I took, let me get some of these glitter bits out of here. I used Mod Podge and just layered my papers on directly onto the album, starting with this one here, which is this one, and the length of this is perfect for these albums because they actually fit end to end if you just go all the way around and do this. Except for when I did my second layer, it was a bit short because I did put some things underneath and it kind of just made it a little short, but I covered it up so you can't really tell. So I left it whole. I distressed the edges, and I did use some walnut stain to ink my edges. I don't know if you could see it because I did put a lot of gesso on this. And then I layered the second sheet, which is this one, but I just did some curling. I didn't do any ripping. I just did some curling and here, and then what I did here was I cut the center and curled the two ends to open it up. Usually I go the other way from the top to the bottom, but I decided to do it this way this time. Kind of like this lady's petticoat. You know, it kind of looks like it all goes together except for the knocker there. And I like the fact that the dark color is, you know, showing in underneath. And that's what the images look like on this pretty paper. Now over here is where I was a little too short. Plus it was going a little crooked up here because I have something tucked under here. It made my paper not flush to the album. So I just used some trims, and all the trims on here are from Bonnie, Sassy Scrapper. She sent me in our swap some really gorgeous trims, and I did use this peach one that's here, and then bits and pieces of these other ones. And then I used a couple of the flower pieces, like rosette flowers that she sent me. They're so gorgeous. So thank you so much, Bonnie. I already broke into that. I'm trying to do like you and not hoard things that people give me. So to cover up, you know, my mistakes, I used a trim here, only up to the curl. So that covers the fact that this doesn't go all the way to the edge. And then I just gessoed up a little bit extra on the top because it was kind of going off to one side. And here it's, you know, like again, this was going off to the side, so there was a little too much. So I just curled that paper up just to make it look like it's supposed to be that way. Also, I always forget. Now, my girlfriend loves and always wants her books to have some kind of a closure, and I always forget to tuck it underneath my last piece. So I lifted up the paper and it ripped around here somewhere. So I covered it up by just putting a piece of that trim that I cut. They look like leaves and flowers, and I just did that. Under this curl here is another piece of the trim that she gave me. So that's the back. And then the center, the binding, looks like this. If you look at the whole thing as one, it does look like the lady with her jacket or whatever that's open up, and that could be like underneath her dress or whatever, or her under her coat. So here is peeking another piece of the trim that Bonnie had given me. And on top of the opening is another one of those flower rosette things. And on top of that, I added one of the knockers from Hobby Lobby that I had picked up. Really gorgeous. And I had gessoed it first a little bit, and then on top of it, I rubbed on some of this Deco Art Metallic Luster, and this is a brilliant turquoise. So I was trying to give it a bit of a tarnished look, and it brings out the lion out a little more. And I think it's still, yeah, it kind of still moves a little bit. Now, notice this trim here, it actually starts from the side, it goes over. By accident, it actually went and fit right on her eye. So it looks like she's got one of those glasses that just the one eye type of, I don't know what you call bifocal, but it's only one. That was just by accident. I ran through some pearls. Now, I had picked up these pearls a few years ago. They're just cheap. They came from a dollar store. Not the Dollar Tree, but a dollar store a while back, and it's already closed. And it came in like a 3-pack or something, and it's not white, it's like an off-white. So I've had these for a while, and this is my last one. So I cut open one end and use the whole piece, and just, it does run through here, but it starts off from another side. So let's go to the front now, which is the best part. It's just so full, and you know, it's just full of gorgeous flowers, and you know, the image, and it's exactly what I visualized for her. So we'll start at the top, and you'll see the paper peeking through, and then a little more of that trim that Bonnie gave me, and this is the part of it looked like flowers, so I wanted that to show. And then the curl, which on each end it's holding the pearls. So I actually started on this side, it swags down, it goes back into the knocker, and then it comes around here. I tucked it in there, and then it goes here. I tucked it underneath here and over into that other end. And then I still had some hanging, so I cut it off and added the rest of it here just to hang loose. Okay, so I already mentioned the frame, and I did gesso and use some more of that metallic luster in the brilliant turquoise, just a little bit. And then I made 2 clusters. Actually, underneath the frame, I put some more of this stuff over here, and it comes around, and that's where it ends here. And then there's another one here, and I purposely let it, you know, just hang out off the edges. And behind that, to match the back, I put some more of that peach trim here, just so that you could see both peach here and up here. And then I went with my flowers, and the frame got stuck down. There are some Wild Orchid Craft leaves, which I haven't used in a long time. My leaves, I always forget to use my leaves. So there's 3 there, and then 1 here, and I think that was it. I always forget to break these out. So I decided to take it out, and I always forget to use my frame, so I took that out. Even though I've destashed quite a bit, I still have a lot. So I just told myself, start using everything, go into my boxes and stuff and just use it all. Ain't no sense in hoarding it all and just using up space for nothing. So under here is another one of those pretty rosette flowers that Bonnie sent me. I'm going to have to buy some of these things because they're really gorgeous. I layered a metal flower that someone gave me, which at first I gessoed it, and then I added some of that blue, the brilliant turquoise, so it kind of looks like a tarnished metal. And then on top of that, I added a bling center. I think that's from Natasha's Scrapbook Corner. So that's like the first flower I started with. And then I layered on the side, just under my flower here, this gorgeous piece, which I think is from the same people that make bead landing, but I'm not sure. It could be something else. Excuse me. But it's pretty. It goes from here, and then it goes all the way down to the pearls here. There's 3 hanging pearls. There's bling on 3 pieces of metal strips and the center, and then it goes down, and then it has, you can see that they're moving, those 3 pearls hanging off with more bling underneath, which, let's see if you can, I don't know if you could see a little better there. So it's like that. And then on the side I have Wild Orchid Craft flowers. This is a Michael's flower. This was given to me, I think, by Kim. Another Wild Orchid Craft flower, and then just some from my stash in all those colors. Pink, blue, the darker like a teal color, mint green, really, really light peach to a little bit darker peach. And then on this side, I did a small arrangement with some of the buds from Wild Orchid Craft, and then from my stash, another flower there. I did do another cluster up here, and I started with this heart-shaped metal. It's actually a pendant, and there's actually like a cupid there, but I really didn't care for the cupid on this project, but it's okay. And again, I just used some more of the same flowers, and I did cut out of this paper here from Graphic 45 3 of the butterflies, and put some of this stamp pen. This, okay, come on. There we go. Multi-crystal glitter mix on the edges with my glossy accent. So there's one there, there's one here, and there's one here, so it kind of sparkles. What else did I do? I did gesso everything just to bring all the colors together. And now let me show you the inside. I just used a couple of strands of seam binding. Again, it's glued underneath this paper here, and I just did it in a bow. And I used the white one because I left the original white of the album here. Now I didn't do much other than put these papers on the inside. I didn't want to go with gesso because I'm afraid to get it onto here. She does throw pictures in here, but she just leaves them displayed in certain areas of her home. So again, it just inked with walnut stain. I did distress the edges, so that's pretty much it. Nothing extravagant on the inside because it's supposed to be to put your photos in, and that's it. So that is all. I have one more thing to do. I still got to work on my parents' Christmas card. And yeah, so let me show you again. Here's the back and the side, and oops, this side. And then that side, the front. So there you go. There is my altered photo album for my girlfriend, and thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye now.